Imagine Dr. Doom succeeds. Every timeline in the multiverse disappears. Every alternate reality. Every branching universe. Everything. There's just one problem. Dr. Doom came from one of those timelines. If he destroys the timeline that created him, then he was never born. If he was never born, and if he was never born, who erased the timeline? And if nobody erased it, then it still exists. And Doom is born again. Welcome to the grandfather paradox. A paradox so powerful that some physicists believe reality itself prevents it from happening. And once you see it, you start noticing it everywhere, not just in Marvel, in history, in politics, in relationships, maybe even in your own life. The grandfather paradox asks a simple question. What happens if you travel back in time and prevent your grandfather from ever existing? If your grandfather never exists, neither does one of your parents, which means neither do you. And if you never exist, you never travel back, which means your grandfather survives, which means you're born again. The problem isn't that the answer is unknown. The problem is that both answers destroy each other. The cause erases the effect erases the cause. Logic collapses. This is why physicist Stephen Hawking proposed something called the Chronology protection conjecture, the idea that nature itself prevents paradoxes from ever occurring, almost as if reality has an immune system, a built-in defense against impossible events. Now replace your grandfather with an entire timeline, specifically the timeline that created Victor Von Doom. Timeline A creates Doom. Doom rises to power. Doom gains the ability to destroy timelines. Then Doom destroys Timeline A. Immediately, the paradox appears. No timeline, no Doom, no doom, no destruction. No destruction. Timeline survives. This isn't a different paradox. It's the exact same paradox, just scaled up from a family to an entire universe. Every step toward victory removes one more piece of the world that made victory possible. Doom isn't conquering reality. He's erasing the foundation beneath his own feet. He believes he's the cause of everything, but the paradox reminds him of something uncomfortable. He's also an effect, a product of the very world he's trying to erase. Here's the uncomfortable part. Dr. Doom isn't unique. Humans do this too, not with timelines. But with the things that made us who we are, history is full of this pattern. Powerful empires become so obsessed with control that they damage the systems that made them powerful. Successful companies cut the people or ideas that created their success. Leaders eliminate criticism and lose the information that keeps them grounded. The same structure appears again and again. Success creates power. Power demands control. Control damages the source of success. You can see it in relationships too. People become afraid of losing someone, so they try to control them. And in trying to keep the relationship, they slowly destroy it. Different scale, same mistake. Trying to destroy the thing that created you. The more someone becomes obsessed with control, the easier it becomes to forget where their power came from. Dr. Doom believes he stands above cause and effect. The paradox reminds him that nobody does. So, is there a way out? There are two possibilities. The first is the many worlds interpretation. Every attempt to erase a timeline simply creates another branch, which means the original timeline never truly disappears. Doom can destroy worlds, but he can never eliminate the multiverse completely. The thing he tries to erase keeps returning in a different form. The second possibility is darker. Predestination. The timeline was always fixed. Doom was always going to try, and always going to fail. Every choice feels real, but the outcome was written from the beginning. The loop was never breakable, and the ending was never negotiable. The grandfather paradox isn't really about time travel. It's about dependence. Every powerful thing depends on something. Every empire, every company, every system, every person. Dr. Doom exists because the multiverse exists. Remove the multiverse, and eventually you remove Doom. The more completely Doom wins, the less possible his victory becomes. And maybe that's why this paradox has survived for so long. Because it isn't really about time travel. It's asking something deeper. Can anything truly destroy the thing that created it? A person, a civilization, a universe? Or does every attempt at total control become self-destruction? Maybe that's the lesson Doom never learns. And maybe it's the lesson the paradox has been teaching all along. The real paradox isn't that Doom destroys himself. It's that every powerful thing eventually tries. What do you think? Could Doom escape the paradox? Or is his defeat built into reality itself? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.